Bedroom air conditioner upgrade. We're going to go from this General Electric to the 1982 Carrier Siesta. While this General Electric works just fine, it is so stinking loud and I can't sleep with this running. I don't usually sleep with the air conditioner running, but it's so damp the last couple nights. I would have preferred to. Don't weigh anything compared to the old AE units. Look what's going in here. I think I'm going to try to put this GE across the hall in the computer room for a little while. Eventually I want the clear view in there, but I need something in there right now. It's a swamp in there. Alright, this is totally crooked. Is it like that on this side? No. And I said I was going to put it on this other window anyways because it causes a problem down below. Because the studio window is right in line with this. And so when this is dripping, it drips on the window and it's annoying. You can hear it. We're going to move over to this window anyways. Leave this one open so I can reach it. And here we go. I just tested the machine, it's working good. We tied down the capillary tubes, they're vibrating a bit. So this is ready to go for the season. And towards the end of the year, I think I'm going to give this one a good cleanup. Because it's not filthy, but it's showing some signs of dirt in there. So we'll take it apart and clean it up. Oh, this one's a little tricky to get installed because the bottom does not have a like the bottom piece for the side curtains is not there, so there's nothing that holds it from going in. So we actually need two blocks, one to hold it up on the outside. I don't think that that's what that was for, but it's not going to work for that either because now it's too low. This becomes a problem. Or I suppose what I could do is I could put this on the back so that it's more centered, but then I got to fill in all this space here. Or do we just cancel that out and only use this? I feel like that was for something else because I left it there, but I don't remember now. Wow, this barely clears. That's not cooperating in the slightest. So now it's resting on that piece that has a weight capacity of 750,000 pounds. The problem that I recall last year was when the compressor would shut off, the thing jolts so much it would eventually just keep slowly sliding in. And it's not going to fall out, but it's something that requires adjustment, and it's annoying. So I'd like to rectify that if possible, but I just don't know how. Yeah, see, it just doesn't stay. It needs to be supported from the back. And this piece is a little bit too thick. Maybe if we just get something that's a little bit thinner than this. Yeah, that's what it does. It'll do that all night and it's shut off. And eventually I'll wake up in the morning and it looks like this. It's not correct. So let's go downstairs and see if I can find some scrap wood that's a little bit thinner than this. Maybe 1/4 inch thinner than this. I got 2 pieces of scrap wood that I think will be around the right height. This might work. It's close. I think so. This is going to work. Now it's just a question of how do we get the wood under there. Come on, wood. Don't play with me now. The problem we're having now is that the wood, the 2 pieces are sliding around on each other. But in terms of levelness, see, now it's only sitting on that wood, which is okay. Doesn't really matter. But I just think that it's gonna keep doing what it was doing before. Maybe that's the answer, just to jam a block up here to hold it in place. I don't know. I think that we've got a better shot with this. But I don't know. The only way to find out is to run it and see what happens. I think it's going to slowly creep in. Maybe not. I'm going to cut a block of wood to fit up there. And then I'll get the foam pieces that go on either side, because we don't have the side curtains. And then we'll be all set here. It wasn't too bad, assuming this works properly. There's still the possibility that it won't. Now, where is that 1x1? Must have left it downstairs. Why this is different this year. I'm almost completely certain that this is how I had it set up last year. But it's not working anymore. What? Did these shrink? I get a third one. That's not a big deal, but why it's different? That's bizarre. Well, I guess I'll move it over to match this one over here, and then I'll have to get another like a 1-inch one to fill in the rest. I don't know why it's like that. It's kind of odd. I find that really odd. I'll have to get a 1-inch to finish the gap there. I almost need another 2-inch actually. Mighty peculiar. Alright, that seems pretty secure. We'll see what happens tonight. I'm definitely going to be using it. I'm not typically bothered by the heat and the humidity that much. I got a pretty high tolerance to it. But it's like 98% or something out there. And it's just too much. I really prefer to have the windows open at night, but not tonight. Tonight will be an air conditioner's night. It turns out I'm just recalling incorrectly. There was a third piece in the box, and it's the same length, so it definitely goes with this. So there was always 3 pieces. This is not the best looking solution, but it works. And actually, if you get all the wrinkles out, it don't look too bad. Actually doesn't look too bad. Alright, so that's that. Should be a pretty bug-free seal. Oh, I can't wait to turn this thing on. It's cooking in here. What do we got in here? 82 over 70-something% humidity. I don't always use filters, but because a lot of times I don't really need the machines that many days, but last summer they was on almost every day for months just because of the humidity. And since it seems like we're fixing to have that same kind of summer, I'm going to use some filters this year just to make things a little bit easier to clean if they start getting real dusty. Okay, now we can just plug it in and turn it on. I'll have to check that molded plug, make sure it's still working. That molded plug is getting old. And the molded plugs don't stand the test of time too good. Now all I did was slide that thing out and slide it back, and now for some reason the whole thing is like 5 inches over. And this is a lot heavier than I would have thought it would be. Oh, wait, shirts in there? Feels like bricks. We're gonna have to move the lamp, I guess. Although the lamp is very period correct. The lamp is also very loud. Shut up, lamp. Holy mackerel. Gosh. Okay. Well, that filter ain't sitting in there too good. That looks awful. Let's see if we can do something better with that. Might be a lot easier to put in now that it's on. I think this is just like a hair too long. Alright, yep, this is much easier to put in while it's running. And you've got that suction there, which would also dry the filter if it was wet, but that's a whole different conversation. Alright, 1982, runs like it rolled off the assembly line yesterday. Just don't make them like this anymore. It's a mere fraction of the noise that GE outputs. This runs so much smoother. Let's see if I shut this off. That wasn't bad. Didn't seem to move much at all. Well, I think this install is going to work. It's a little dodgy, but what I ultimately need to do is build something on the outside of the house below the windowsills that will hold these things. So the installs are slip in and out real quick, but that's a more involved, kind of time-consuming project for the spring or the fall, not when it's 1,000,000% humidity out and you're sweating and everything.